The medical bay smelled of ozone and synthetic air. Alia Tren's eyes fluttered open to a ceiling she didn't recognize. Smooth, bioluminescent panels that pulsed with a soft amber glow. Her body felt heavy, distant, as if her consciousness had been poured back into a vessel that no longer quite fit. Easy, a voice said. Human. Familiar cadence. You've been out for 6 weeks. Where? You've been out for 6 weeks. 6 weeks. The words didn't make sense at first. Alia tried to sit up, but her muscles screamed in protest. Burns. She remembered burns, and something else, something small and warm pressed against her chest. Saru. She whispered, the name arriving before the memory. The medical officer, Lieutenant Chen, her badge red, smiled. The cub is fine. All 4 of them are fine, Tren. Because of you. The memories crashed back like a tidal wave. The colony on Threshold 9. The peace talks between humans and the Vakran sovereignty. She'd been assigned as a cultural liaison, one of the few humans who'd bothered to learn the guttural beauty of the Vakran language. They were apex predators. 7 feet of corded muscle and midnight black fur, with eyes like molten gold and teeth that could crush titanium. The galaxy had called them monsters. Humanity had called them partners. The nursery section had been her idea, a bold gesture to show the Vakran that humans didn't fear their young. 4 cubs, ranging from barely weaned to adolescent, had been brought to the colony as part of the cultural exchange. Alia had volunteered to supervise them during the afternoon shift. That's when the separatist bomb had detonated. She remembered the warning klaxons, the way the walls had begun to buckle inward. She remembered Saru, the eldest cub at barely 4 solar cycles, looking up at her with those impossibly wide eyes. She remembered the 3 smaller ones huddled in the corner, chirping in terror. The blast doors had been 50 meters away. She'd never make it carrying all 4, so she hadn't tried to run. Alia had thrown herself over them instead, wrapping her body around their small forms as the world turned to fire and pressure and pain. Her suit had taken most of it military-grade protection designed for hostile environments, but the edges had failed, and she'd felt her skin char, her bones crack. She'd held on anyway. The Vakran delegation wants to see you, Chen said softly. They've been waiting outside since you stabilized 3 days ago. The whole delegation. All 47 of them. They've been maintaining a vigil. That's unusual, Alia managed. The Vakran didn't do sentiment, didn't show weakness. It was cultural suicide for predators to display concern. You haven't seen the feeds yet, Chen said, her expression strange. Tren, you're famous. The whole galaxy watched footage from the security cameras. They saw what you did. Chen pulled up a holographic display. News feeds from 100 worlds cascaded past. But it was the Earth broadcasts that made Alia's breath catch. Human shield. Liaison sacrifices self for predator young. Alia Tren, named Protector of Small, by global consensus. UN establishes Tren Protocol for Xenocece's child protection. Protector of Small? Alia whispered. It started as a social media movement, Chen explained. Millions of humans posting about your actions. Then the UN picked it up. Then Earth's government made it official. They've created a new title, a new position in the diplomatic corps. You're the first, but there'll be others. Specialists dedicated to the protection of young across all species. The door to the medical bay opened. Alia's heart hammered as a massive Vakran female entered, moving with the fluid grace of a born hunter. Behind her, a smaller shape bounded forward. Alia. Saru's voice cracked with emotion, something Alia had never heard from a Vakran. The young cub rushed to her bedside, his dark fur bristling with agitation. You woke. You woke. I told them you would. The adult matriarch Kesson, Alia's memory supplied, approached more slowly. Her golden eyes were fixed on Alia with an intensity that would have terrified most humans. Alia Tren, Kesson's voice rumbled like distant thunder. You violated every survival protocol. You abandoned logic. You chose certain death. Alia met her gaze, unflinching. They were children, They were Vakran children, predator spawn. The galaxy fears us human. Even your own kind questions the wisdom of alliance with my people. They were children, Alia repeated, softer this time. That's all that mattered. Something shifted in Kessen's expression, a softening around the eyes that might have been imperceptible to anyone who hadn't studied Vakran micro-expressions for 3 years. The sovereignty has debated for 40 days, Kessen said. Our people have never understood human behavior. You are weak, we told ourselves. Soft prey creatures playing at civilization, but what you did. She paused, her massive hand reaching out to gently touch Alia's shoulder. We have no word for it. The closest translation is, Spirit Mother, one who claims young that are not her own. The Sovereignty Council has voted, Kessen continued. Unanimously. You are granted bloodless kinship, an honor never before given to an alien. You are pack. You are family. And Saru has requested that you be named his den mother. Alia looked at the young cub, who was staring at her with desperate hope in his golden eyes. I would be honored, she whispered. Saru made a sound somewhere between a purr and a sob, pressing his forehead against her hand. Earth calls you protector of small, Kessen said. The sovereignty calls you spirit mother. But the matriarch's voice grew thick with emotion. I call you the one who showed us that humanity's weakness is their greatest strength. You taught us that true predators protect the pack, no matter the cost. Chen pulled up another feed, this one showing the UN Assembly, where a unanimous vote had just passed. The Tren Accords. A new framework for interspecies child protection, backed by both human and Vakran forces. Alia Tren closed her eyes, exhaustion pulling at her. She'd just wanted to save 4 scared children. She'd never imagined that one moment of pure instinct would reshape galactic diplomacy. But as Saru's small hand gripped hers, and Kessen's presence radiated protective warmth, Alia understood something profound. In a galaxy full of predators and prey, sometimes the bravest thing was to simply care. Sometimes humanity's greatest weapon was its refusal to stop being human.